welcome to Craft Little Things. I'm Andrea, and today I'm going to be showing you how to make this beautiful gift box. Now this one wasn't made by me, it was made by Anne-Marie Maclean, and she's on Traigh Papercrafting.wordpress.com. I'll link her blog below. Anne-Marie's she's become a very good crafty friend of mine. We often exchange little bits and bobs, she recently made this and it's absolutely gorgeous, and I asked permission from her to make it and do a tutorial video. She's done a tutorial, a written and pictorial tutorial, which is really good, and I'm going to follow that and kind of remake this. I'm not going to make it the same because I don't have the same papers, so I'm going to make it using Stampin' Up supplies, and the only thing that's not Stampin' Up is going to be my my die for my little labels, but yeah, I'm going to try and replicate it following her directions. Now this contained seeds, if you haven't seen it already, and there's only one packet left because I've used them all and I've used some of my labels. So yeah, those ones I was a little bit late. It was a little bit late to put them out, so I'm going to save those for next year. So I'm going to kind of replicate this. Now, it might not come out looking exactly the same because, like I say, Anne-Marie used Adorable Scorable by Hunky Dory, which is a really, really thick, almost laminated, it's got like a sheen on it, card. And I'm just going to be using an extra thick, very vanilla for mine. So, and then for the top, I'm not going to be using card, I'm going to be using a DSP. So it is a coated DSP, so it's a bit stronger. So we'll see how we go. Now one thing is, Anne-Marie said to get the perfect sort of measurements, she had to do it in centimetres. Now you know I normally work in inches, but obviously I've gone into the centimetres for this. So what we need is 2 pieces of cardstock. This is our plain cardstock, so this is what makes the actual folding mechanism. And these measure 29 by 5 centimetres by 29.5 centimetres, sorry, by 21 centimetres. So each one measures the same. That's almost a sheet of A4. For the wrap, you need a piece of patterned card. Like I said, I'm using a speciality, well it's not a speciality paper, I'm using a DSP from Stampin' Up. This is from the new range, and this measures 8 centimetres wide by 29.7, which in the tutorial Anne-Marie says she thinks is a full page of A4, and I had to cut this from a 12 by 12, so I'm hoping that that's right. It looks about right to me. Then the mats to decorate the inside, she suggests 6 pieces of patterned card, again using the same paper, and these measure 10 centimetres by 7 centimetres. Now I couldn't get all of them. Maybe I could have done if I'd have thought about it before I started, but I couldn't get all of them out of one sheet of 12 by 12. So what I did was, got 6 there, haven't I? Yeah. So what I did was I got a contrasting complementary cardstock, and this was from some scraps, and this is a piece of So Saffron. You see it goes nicely with this, and I'm also going to be using a brighter yellow ribbon as well, so the yellow theme is going to be coming through. So what you need is 2 pieces. Anne-Marie used the same patterned paper or patterned card for these, but like I said, I'm just changing it up a little bit. So you need 2 pieces that measure 0.7 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres. So they're diddy little strips. And then you need 2 pieces that measure 1.2 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres. And then you need 1 piece that measures 2.5 centimetres by 12.5 centimetres. Okay, so that's all your bits and bobs, and then I'll show you before I move on. Also you're going to need some ribbon. I'm just using an old, I think it's a Daffodil Delight ribbon from Stampin' Up, and excuse the dog back in the background. And then what I did was I just printed the word ribbon using a font, and I think it's about a 30 point font, onto some very vanilla card with black ink, and then I just used some rectangle dies to cut them out. So I've done ribbon. I've got 5 different ribbons that I want to gift in my box, and some pearls. So I've got 5 ribbons and a pearl. And then what I did was I used a bigger rectangle just to cut out a piece of the paper, again to back it off, just to give it a little bit of something. And then for my tag for the outside, Anne-Marie Heat Embossed Airs, I've just made mine a simple little tag. I used my, again, my rectangle dies. I just stamped using basic black ink, "Thank you" from the Love What You Do stamp set, and I just made a little flower. I used sort of yellow tinged or gold pearl and little diamantes, and I just built them around the pearl and made little flowers. So my scoreboards are both in inches, so I'm going to score using my trimmer. I'm going to pull my little leg out like that and stand it up so it's nice and straight. Right. Now, so what I want to do is the longest edge at the top, score at 8, 9, 17. Right, let's go. So I'm going to put my cutting blade out of the way, and I want to score it at 8 centimetres. Nine centimetres. 17 centimetres, which is harder than you think, because 17 centimetres is right in the middle there. So 17 centimetres, we'll do it the best shot. 18 and a half. I've got light glaring as well, which isn't helping. 18 and a half and 26 and a half. 26 and a half. Right. And then we do the same with the other piece of card, exactly the same. So, 8, 9, oops, 17, 18 and a half, and 26 and a half. The light's glaring onto it, I can't see it. 26 and a half. Now, what I want to do is get my first piece of card back, place it with a 21 centimetre edge at the top, with the narrow (3cm) strip along the top, and score at 13. So let's go at 13 centimetres. Next time, now we do it with the next piece, but this time we have a 3cm piece at the bottom, and we score at 13 again. Okay. And then we've got a mirror image. It says we should have a mirror image of, yeah, that's what we've got. A mirror image when we put them together like that. Now, when we lay them side by side with the pieces overlapping, in the middle, the 13cm score line should run continuously across, and it does. Yay! Great instructions. Now I've got to lay out my first piece of card with a thin 3cm strip on the left hand side, and then trim and remove the pieces shown in the picture. So the pieces that need removing are this first piece here, so this 3cm piece, get rid of that, and then this little strip here. So you want to leave this big piece here and get rid of this little skinny strip up the middle here. Just fold things back just to get in there. And then this thinner strip again here. So up that score line and up that score line and cut across there, and that's what you should have. Let me get rid of the trimmer because I don't think I need it anymore. Well, not for the minute. So I just want to turn it over and do exactly the same again. Obviously, if I did it the other way around, it would be exactly the same again. That makes sense. So just cut that to make the exact same shape again. So just a very thin slither off each end, okay? So the long end of each, the sort of intact end, if you like, of each piece. Just a 1/16 of an inch off the end of each one. Okay. Right, that's that done. These tabs are going to be fitted together. You can trim a tiny bit off one of those as well, just to make it fit together. I think that's what she means. So this is going to be stuck together like this. So these are our pockets. And what Anne-Marie's done is she's used a very thin red tape on the corner of each pocket. I suppose the reason she didn't use glue was because she didn't want to it to splodge and shut the pocket, make this pocket smaller. But I'm going to use glue, to be honest, because I haven't got any really thin red tape. Well, I have, but I have no idea where it is. So I'm not going to do that. What I'm going to do now, it's not mentioned here, but what I'm going to do now is I'm going to get my bone folder, and I'm just going to fold everything and burnish it. Okay, so now they're all burnished. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take these pattern pieces and I'm going to stick them onto my box there, because they're sort of the back the backing of the pockets, if you like. So I'm going to do that with glue. I'm going to put some glue on the back of this tab that I trimmed. And then obviously I need to line that score line up with the edge of that card, and I need to make sure that these bottom pockets are all lined up as well. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my strips I'm going to add those. So now I'm going to sort of look at the centre-ish, and I'm going to make a little thumb hole. Or to do that. Okay. And now what I'm going to do is going to put a little drizzle of glue down each pocket. Just to make the pocket. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to be really sparing with that glue. But what I'm also going to do is I'm going to leave it to go a little bit drier. And then just get your bone folder, fold your pocket up and stick it down. My pockets seem much deeper for some reason than the ones on Anne-Marie's gift to me. So I'm not sure if I've done that right or not. Is it? No, it is, but look, the pockets are just a bit deeper than these ones. The cardstock, definitely, I would definitely recommend using a much stronger cardstock. Now, all that I've got left to do is pop my little tabs on. So I definitely like that. I haven't quite folded that up high enough, but I think we're doing all right. And so now my ribbons can go in there once my little pockets are established. Once they're glued at the side, then I can feel a little bit more comfortable about poking things inside, but you can always just use your bone folder just to make sure you've got a bit of space going on in there. There we go. So cute. And I suppose if you wanted to, you could cover the outside as well with something. Right, so then I suppose the last thing we're going to do is we're going to make the wrap. Get your punch, feed your paper in, push it right to the end, and then kind of adjust it so that it's in the centre, and then punch, and then do the same with the other end. So feed it in, you can see when you've hit the end, then just kind of make sure you've got an equal space on each side of there, and then punch. And then take a pair of scissors and just trim that piece off. Okay. And now what she recommends doing is getting your wrap and popping your box in the middle of it. And with a thinner card, you could just fold it around like I'm using. So, thank you so much for watching. We got there in the end, and the instructions are really good, really easy to follow, and some really good tips there as well. But you can adapt it to suit yourself, but definitely I would use the same cardstock that Anne-Marie used, because this is very flimsy. Or put another layer of DSP on top of your card and make this out a card covered in DSP as well, if you're going to go for the same sort of look that I went for. Okay, so take care. Thanks so much for watching. I'll just show you it again opened up, and I hope to see you again very soon with another lovely project.